Kindergartners, I'm going to go through some of the papers you're going to be doing today for handwriting and for some other reading practice things. So for this, I want you to make sure that you're using that pause if you need to. If I get out a paper and you can't find yours yet, pause the video until you find your paper and you're ready to start. Or if I'm doing something and I'm going faster than you and you see I'm ahead and you're starting to feel kind of stressed because I'm ahead, don't stress. Just pause the video, catch up, and then you can start it again. So kindergartners, we're just going to start going over some of the things you're going to be doing today. One of them is page 14 in handwriting here. So go ahead and get your handwriting book and find page 14. Pause the video if you need to, and then go ahead and start it again when you're ready to start page 14 with me. And for this, we just draw K, right? Big line down, frog, jump to the side, slide in, try to get to the middle, slide out, try to get there, and try to have those sliding lines be straight. Just keep going. Trace one, then make one, trace one, then make one, trace one, then make one. They don't have to be absolutely perfect, do they? Do you see my line here is floating just a tiny bit? But I don't want to be blasting my lines down on through the bottom, right? We want to have them come and bump the bottom, pretty much fill up but stay inside the gray box. So just do your best on those. They don't have to be perfect, but if they seem really wonky, maybe you've got a K that looks like this. Go ahead and erase it. I'm using a little thin marker right now so that it shows up really well for you on camera, but you can be using your pencils so that then you can erase it if you need to. And I got to pick up the camera a little bit to move the paper so you can see my last one. Do you see it? I had somebody copy this for me. They didn't quite copy the whole page, did they? But you have it there in your book. Now the next one we're going to be doing is lowercase k, and it is on page 48. Do you see the lovely kittens? Aren't they cute? So go ahead and pause the video if you need to while you find page 48. And then we're going to, of course, first trace this one. Now let's take a good look before we do this lowercase one. Remember, we did some last week. The big difference between lowercase k and capital K, the tall part's still the same size, but these sliding parts, they stay right here in between the two lines. And do you see this sliding part? It doesn't come straight over here. It does slide down, so it's kind of in the middle of the space between the two lines. So trace one, and make one, trace one, make one. Again, if you're feeling stressed that I'm going faster than you, I've drawn a lot more K's in my lifetime than you have. So just pause the video if you need to catch up. Or you can just keep working while I keep working here. I'm going to go all the way across, tracing even this last one. And then here, remember, they don't give you a starting dot on the last one. You just kind of have to think, here's this space. I want to go about that far up again. And make another one. Now down here, do you see these lovely kittens? We should give these kittens some coloring. You may, of course, if you want to, color one with your pencil, because there are gray kittens out there, aren't there? But you could, this one looks to me like maybe it's a little bit stripy. You can color it stripy, you can color it black. Maybe they're a little bit of the like patchwork, like a calico. So you can color them different ways. I had an orangey sort of cat like this one when I was younger. So color your cats. That's all we're doing for handwriting today. And now is where you're probably going to really start having to search for papers. Because you have a great, big, huge, enormous stack of papers from me, don't you? These should be on the bottom. These ones from today. There's a paper clip with a whole bunch of letter papers in it. And we're going to kind of start on the bottom of the stack. So the very bottom one is this one with B. And we're going to do that one today. So if you have not found this one yet, we have 4 that we're doing today. Go ahead and find this one. And pause the video if you need to, and then we're going to start. So the very first thing, do you see up here? Name. Start practicing writing your name. I'm going to write Mrs. Pitton. But of course you're going to write your name here. And then here we're going to trace and make the letter. Big line down, frog jump. little curve to middle, little curve to bottom. Make one of your own. And here, dive a letter, dive down, 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 bump on the bottom of the pool. Swim back up and curl around, because remember, if we don't bump and swim back up, then we end up making a 6. We don't want to make 6s. We're making B's. There we go. All right, so it says color each picture, which begins with the sound of B. Now we're actually going to circle them, and then if you wish to go back and color them, you absolutely may do that, but you don't have to. And you're going to see there are a lot here that begin with B. So we start with this one. You know this is a bell. That starts with B, right? Bag. Bed. Water. That doesn't start with B, does it? Baby. That starts with B. Beaver. Yes. Box. Duck. Nope. Sometimes, just to make sure I know, I cross out the wrong ones, then I don't think maybe I forgot them. I know I said they were wrong. Bat. Yes. Belt. Yes. Desk. Watch. Not those. Now on this paper I did them all, and you can copy me. Now we're going to go on to some of the other papers, and I'm going to say all the words so that you know what the words are, but I'm not going to do them. So you're going to be doing them, but I'll say the words so that you can guess. Go ahead, put your name up at the top. We're doing the one with M now. Trace it, big line down, frog jump, big line slides down, big line slides up, big line straight down. Make your own. Trace, remember, where do you start your letters? At the top. Although here they give us a middle line, don't they? And then they include a top line. But still, where do you start your letters? At the top. If you're going to start a letter, then you better remember to start at the top. We don't start anything down here. Even naughty number 9 does not start down here. They start up. Start, swim down, bump the bottom, swim back up that trail of bubbles and around, bump the bottom, back up and around. Now, you're going to circle the ones which begin with the sound of M. I'm not going to tell you if they do. You're going to need to know, and you're going to need to circle it or cross it out if it does or doesn't. So here we have heart, mask, moon, I'm sorry, milk. Here's moon, match, mop. Now again, if I'm going too fast, pause the video. Pause it so you can circle and catch up and then start again. Mitt, web, money, butterfly. 2 more. Are you getting tired? If you're getting tired, pause the video. Roll your shoulders around, do some jumping up and down, go get a drink, and then come back and we'll keep going. We've done M. We've done B. Now we have R. Put your name up at the top. And trace big line down, frog jump. Little curve to middle. Little line slides down. Now you see how they put the line over here. I made it the way we learn it in our handwriting book. Big line down, frog jump. Little curve to middle. Little line slides down. Again, just like M. Start at the top. Down, bump the bottom. Swim up, curl over. All right. Pause if you're not ready. Get something to circle. I'm going to go kind of quickly, so if you need to pause the video, it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means that I'm talking faster than you can write. Ring. Oh, and I'm sorry. This one says to draw the lines, but the book keeps telling you all sorts of different things. Just circle them. That way we don't have to remember which thing to do. Ring. Raccoon. Rug. Rope. Now this one's not heart. Can you see it has the pretty edge and the arrow? So this one is a Valentine. Rocket. Balloon. Rose. Net. Rain. And just so you can see the lovely rake, rake. Alright guys, last one. We just did this last week in the classroom, didn't we? So here we have F, Father Francis. And let's make it big line down, frog jump, little curve across, little line across top, little line across middle. Whoops. And you remember F is one where it certainly does not start at the bottom, does it? But it doesn't start all the way at the top. It starts right here, and then the first direction you go, oh my goodness, is up. That's different from all the other letters. Go up, curve around, down, and cross. One more. Up, curve around, down, and cross. You can fit more in here if you want to, but you don't have to. Again, I'm going to say it. You circle it if it starts with the sound of F. Feather, fire, fan, letter, foot, fork, book, fence, fox, mouse, and do you see the arrows pointing to the finger?